Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So I know I haven't recorded in a long time, so I decided I was going to go record again on the August the 1st, and here I am. This video might get posted like on August the 2nd, that depends how long it takes to upload, but yeah, we'll see. Well, this video is about showing the basics of this game called Specter. The game title is not anywhere, but the game is called Specter too if you look it up on Roblox. But yeah, I'm gonna be writing down like the basics of the game and how to play it, so some people can play it and maybe have a chance to enjoy it and be like their favorite game. But yeah, it'd be nice if this would help some people, because I'm gonna run down the basics of the game. So alright, first up is choosing like a map. So say you want to make a lobby, then just simply go to like play and make a lobby or whatever, and then that's how you just make up. Well, it'll show you how to make a lobby, but I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. But I'm at this point right now, so if you go to setup, then you can see there's like all these maps you can choose. You can choose like this map, this map, this map, any of these maps. But I recommend you choose like a small map here. Well, maybe not this map or this map, because both of those are really hard, and you'll see what I mean, because this isn't just a regular fun ghost game. It's like kind of like horror, and also okay, so it's like so I'll explain more when we get into it, but I'm gonna do it on medium mode because that's basically the classic difficulty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add every single equipment in the game, so I could show you each one like this. I guess I'll add one more. So you want to add equipment too. What I recommend you add is like is something called a crucifix, since I'll show you what it does in a moment, and then we'll start in a bit. Just one more thing. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Sorry. Alright, so what you want to do is wait for a couple people to join. I'm just gonna go with two with my friend Sharkio and just die. Sorry, me and Sharkio. And we're gonna start. And yeah. When we get into the game first, I'll show you how to start the round and some of the equipment and what they do. It's taking a little while to load. Alright, there. So this is one of the basic maps. Like, these maps are a little easy. This map is probably the easiest one, considering that some of the maps are a little harder than the others, but this one is both relatively small and it doesn't have too many bugs. So you'll see this right here. These are the objectives. The primary objective is to identify the type of ghost, and as you can see here, there's a ton of ghosts. Yeah, there's a shade, djinn, mare, spirit. It's hard to count them all, but it's easier to find the ghost if you have evidence. So as you can see here, there's 7 different types of evidence. There's EMF 5, which I forgot what that means. I forgot what EMF means. Then there's fingerprints, freezing temperature, paranormal motion, which is picked up by a paranormal detector right here, and ghost orbs, which is picked up by goggles in this game. In other games, that isn't the case. Spirit box, which is done by a spirit box as usual, and ghost writing. And then as you see, if I selected evidence, but it's probably not ghost writing. Some of the options get eliminated, and I'm closer than before to guessing the ghost, which makes it a lot easier. Yes. Oh. Alright. So there's many different types of ghosts, but I don't want to go over them all in this part, because that'll take way too long. All I'm going to tell you is that, so the easiest way to tell if a ghost is dangerous or not right off the start is there's this evidence. Of course, I talked about it already. There's the paranormal motion evidence, and if you place it down, oh, I'll wait actually. But if you place it down in the overview, this is what it is. The motion sensor can detect the paranormal motion. If a ghost will with the motion evidence such as a sensor, it will turn red instead of blue. So if it's blue, then it means basically the ghost is safe, and that isn't the paranormal motion evidence. But if it's red, and if it's red, that means it's the evidence, and it also means that there's a lot more dangerous ghosts that it could be, like these are a lot of the faster ghosts in the game, and these are, say you didn't have this evidence, then these ghosts, the ones that are crossed out, would be usually the slower ones, but some of them are a little faster, even though they're crossed out. That's the easiest way to identify if a ghost is dangerous or not. So if you do have the evidence, you should be a little more careful and around, and definitely make sure to bring this. Also, I forgot to review it. This is an item where if you drop it and you hear like, okay, so like, this is so you know how this is like a flashlight? You see, it's like a normal flashlight, right? But while you're inside, so wait, let me start this. Walk forward from it. So this is the map right here. This is the map I'm going to be choosing for the example. It looks big, but on the other point it isn't that big. And you can also sprint by pressing shift on computer, and I'm not sure what button it is on mobile devices. Maybe he'll tell me. Yeah, and as you can see, we haven't even entered the building, and you can just already hear glass breaking vigorously. That's the ghost. Yeah, there's a ghost inside this building, and it's not nice, I'm guessing. And maybe if I could get to hunt. Yep. Just trying to welcome us, basically. And I guess the ghost is not nice. And as you can see, the goat, it just randomly closed. Oh, and also, I guess we already found it, but this is a type of evidence, and it's what I was saying before, the fingerprint. So if you find something like this can appear on any window. Usually it's sometimes this window and this window. Yeah, like right here. Just did some fingerprints. But it looks like one of the evidence is fingerprints, so if you find any of these on the map, but sometimes it can't appear because it isn't what the ghost is for the evidence. You can cross it out, and then you'll have a little more options with. So we know it could be any of these ghosts. But yeah, we're starting off pretty good. So there's a really important room on the map, and that's called the ghost's favorite room. And there's two ways to find it, or three if you want to do the third way, which is probably the hardest way. And as you see, he just pointed it out, but I'll show you. Wait, I'll place that down for now. So this is the EMF reader. It helps you get EMF 5 evidence, which will help you get this evidence right here, if there is any, that at least. Because sometimes there is evidence and there isn't, and there can only be at the maximum currently there can only be 3 evidence for one ghost. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And oh wait, it's not going off. Come and play, yeah. He's trying to include us. And if we can find the ghost right here. So as you can see, you see how it went from green to yellow as I entered this room? Wait. Huh? Oh, it's here, but it's going off in random places. Yep, that's the telephone. And as he talks into it, there's a chance that he'll respond if the ghost is able to talk for a spirit box. So there's a chance, though, it might not work. And also, you want to ask questions like, "Are you here? Where are you? Are you friendly? How old are you?" And usually it will respond. But if it doesn't, then it's likely not the evidence. But there's a glitch with the box where sometimes it won't work. I'm not sure what that's about, but it just won't work sometimes. So if you can't find it, the last piece of evidence or the last two pieces of evidence, you might want to assume it's a box if you haven't tried it yet. But so far we know it's not a box. Yeah, so it won't respond because it's either too shy or just doesn't want to. Or can't to. Oh yeah, also this is a flashlight, which is pretty simple. It just lights up the place. Quite generally useless. And this is the ghost trying to do paranormal activity. This is also how you get the EMF reader to go off to a 5. Alright, wait, I'm taking this way too fast. So, let me introduce some of the items. This is a flashlight, first of all, which I already told you most of it. But there's one thing where there's this thing that the ghost does. It's called a ghost. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, and as you can see, it just went off to a 3. But so, anyways, this is a flashlight. It lights up the place basically. But a nice thing to it is that when the ghost is hunting, it'll flicker on and off. So that's one way to tell that the ghost is hunting. And the ghost can do things like hunting, and it will try to get you out of the place. That's why it's also trying to scare me by turning on the computers and telling me to leave. And this is the EMF reader. It helps you find out if there's EMF 5 evidence. And as you can see, when I went up to answer the phone, the ghost picked it up for some reason. I don't get why it does that, but... Oh, you want me to showcase that? Yeah. Oh, and as you can see, that's the ghost right there, and it's hunting. As you can see, the lights are flickering, which is also never a good sign. The ghost also seems to be pretty slow, which that's one way to tell what the ghost is. I don't know where the ghost is. Oh no. Oh shoot. No. So that's not good. Yeah, so when the ghost interacts with you during a hunt, it will eliminate you, as you can see by the skull right there. Yeah, pretty obvious. Did you hear that? That was writing. So as you can see, it just wrote in the book, which means that it's the writing evidence. There's a lot to explain in this game, but like, I don't feel like I could do it all in one episode. But yeah, as you can see right here, it just wrote. So that means it's the ghost writing evidence. So I already went down the flashlight. I already went down the EMF reader. Now I just need to go over the goggles. And there's a lot more still. So the goggles is an equipment that... as you can see right here. Oh my goodness. As you can see right here, it lets you see the dead, but what it also allows you to do is it allows you to see orbs. Oh my goodness. And I'm not seeing any orbs right now. But I can see you. Yes. I can definitely see you. Yep. So I don't see any orbs right now, but... Oh no. If you hear that sound, that means it's basically hunting. And as you can see right there, it is hunting. For sure. Run. I don't think it walks into here. So this is one of the this is like a room for some reason. The ghost doesn't decide to come in here. You should be safe in here whenever it hunts. But yeah, it's an awkward bug. So most of the maps have bugs, and for some reason the ghost can get stuck in certain places on the map. Like on the stairs, usually it will get stuck. So there's still no orbs. But I already went down the flashlight. I don't get why I still have that. Also, I shouldn't have gone over the crucifix while I was hunting. Basically, it allows, so when the ghost gets near it while it's hunting and walking around the place trying to get you, you can drop this, and when it gets near you, or when it gets near the crucifix, it'll stop hunting and disappear and cease to exist. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It could also really help you in like a bad situation if you're in a corner and you can't, and you're like, or you don't have any stamina and it's like right next to you. But yeah, it's pretty useful. Alright, so next we have the candle and lighter. So the lighter is basically useless by itself, but once you get a candle, wait, let me like place it down somewhere. You can place it down like, let's say right here. And wait. Okay, yeah, of course you can't light it up, but you have to use the right mouse button first, or whatever button you use on mobile to get it to light. And then if you press F, then it'll light for 5 minutes, and it'll light some of the area. But that's not the only feature of it. What it also allows you to do, or it also gives you regenerates some of your sanity. But also I forgot to go over sanity. Sanity is basically like how sane you are, whether you're going insane or not, which necessarily I'm not. But over time, as you're inside the building, you become less and less sane, and that makes the ghost hunt more. So like the longer you're in there, the more it will hunt. I don't know if it makes it hunt more though. Alright, so we only have a few more items to go over. Nice. 10 of items to go over. Let's go over with these two. So this is the paranormal motion detector, as I said from earlier. If you place it down somewhere, like let's say I wanted to place it like right on the book. Oh, of course. So, wait, let me go over the crucifix right here. So let me just place it down, and bam, it just disappears just like that. And since it turned blue, it's not the paranormal motion evidence, which that's a good sign. Ugh. I'll come back. I promise. I just need something first. The camera. And this. So this is this is what's called a sanity soda. And I already talked about the sanity, which is good, so I don't need to review over that. But when you drink it, watch this, it's at 66%. Bam, it's at 100% now. Which is pretty good, so you could stop the ghost from or it won't stop the ghost from hunting, but it'll make it hunt less. Meaning you'll be a lot more safer and sane if you drink it. But yeah, it's pretty useful, and now we only have two more items to go over. So this is, wait, did I? Sorry. Yeah, we went over the box in the book. So this is the thermometer, or thermometer. I don't know. I've been pronouncing things wrong lately. And if I use it over here, it should tell me the temperature of this room. And if it's anything like, what was the temperature range? So like, if it's like around 9 or 8 or like 14, then that means you're like not in the ghost room. But if it's like 2, 3, 4, 1, that means it's the ghost room. But there's one more thing that the thermometer can find, and that's freezing temperatures. And it doesn't look like right now it's freezing. You're also able to upgrade this. There is upgrades in the game that lets you upgrade your equipment, making them a little more useful. Thermometer. Yeah, that's a thermometer. So so one more thing. If this is if you see that number right there, if on the thermometer, if it's under 0 degrees Celsius or just 0 degrees, then that means that that the room is freezing, and that can be this evidence right here. But it's not freezing right now. Actually, it can't be freezing. It's impossible. And there's this, which isn't at all very useful, but if you go walk over here, take a picture, it'll load. Oh my goodness, nothing's loading. Let me try that again. Okay, there. Quite useful, hmm? Well, actually, it will give you money for every picture you take. So let me just get at different angles. And perfect. It works. Unique. I think that's everything I went over. Is it? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I went over that. Here, let me check first. Oh wait, that actually is everything. So that's how you get all the 7 evidence, by using goggles, box, EMF reader. You don't need anything to find fingerprints in freezing temperatures, and that's because you can find fingerprints on the windows with your plain eyes somehow, and freezing temperatures if you walk around the ghost room, and you see like cold, like breath, like, you know how there's like breath when you in cold areas, when you breathe, something like fog comes out. That means it's also freezing temperatures. But right now, as you can see, it is not freezing temperatures. But it's impossible. But yeah, I think that's everything. So I'm going to go over another aspect, and that's the house itself. So there's different things inside the house, like this, which I've gone over multiple times, but I haven't even thought of it. But if you walk up to it, it says you can see a purchase what's called an occult card. And if you like buy one, then it gives you a random buff. It gives you a buff or a card, refined sane method, which it instantly raises your sanity by 40%. So now if I go back here and I use the activate button, which I don't know what it is on mobile, but as you can see, if I use this, and just like that, I get some sanity back. But it's pretty useful, and also it's not only one card. You can get multiple kinds of cards. Like, it can help with running away from the ghost. It can even help completely hide yourself from the ghost, which that's the hide and seek card. Alright. And there's also different... Uh-oh. It's hunting again. It's right there. Oh yeah, also you can hide in these closets right over here. But I recommend not hiding in them because for some reason it could sometimes find you in them. Like normal people could. Because the ghost actually has a good AI sometimes, and it will find you in the closet. And it stopped hunting right there. So depending on the difficulty, it depends on how much sanity you lose and how long it hunts and how much it hunts. So I recommend starting on a difficulty you feel manageable with, like easy or medium mode for people who just started. Once you get used to the hang of things, medium or hard, and eventually when you're like played the game for like play like 10, 20, 30 rounds, and you're pretty used to the game, and usually you'll get the correct ghost when you guess it. Uh-oh, not again. This isn't even the hardest difficulty. It's right there. As I said, this room is safe for the most part. I can spawn in here though, if it felt like it. So I'm not sure what the ghost is, but I feel like it's a wisp since I didn't really use a lot of the ghost goggles. Sometimes the ghosts won't give out evidence immediately, which is the frustrating part of this game. So you kind of guys either stay in for a while or guess based on the ghost traits, which I don't want to go over yet. Or later on, I'll go over it. But yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of ghost traits, and they'll do different things. For what the wisp does, I guess I'll go over it. It will turn on the lights more frequently, and it can hunt faster when the lights are on. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, but if it is a wisp, then I recommend you turn off the fuse box, because then it can turn on the lights, and it'll be a lot easier. But I'll use the goggles again, and I'll show you what it's like finding a piece of evidence even though I already showed like a couple times with fingerprints and ghost writing. Basically, you want to place the ghost where you feel like it'd walk around the most, and then that's how you get the writing evidence the fastest. Which I'd recommend placing it right here, since it would write a lot there, and it'd walk over here. Alright. I don't see any orbs. I feel like there is some. But as I said from earlier, it could also be box, because it sometimes doesn't work on this map. I don't see any orbs yet. Oh my goodness. Ugh. This ghost is so nice today. Yeah, sometimes it isn't a really nice ghost and it'll just hunt you vigorously, non-stop, relentlessly. And that's the kind of feeling I feel like right now. Stop. Stop. Finally. Why did I drop the goggles? I don't remember dropping them. Oh my goodness. What? Wait. So if it's EMF evidence, then no? Alright. Slam the door on me twice and don't respond. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying before, the ghost can sometimes be a little stubborn and not give you any of the last pieces of evidence. If that is so, sometimes either you can like guess based on what it does, like say if it's fast, but it's not fast, so it can't be a revenant or a wisp. But since spirit is spirit, so it could be Doan or spirit. Revenants are fast as well as wisps, so it could be a spirit or Doan. But since I haven't found any paranormal motion yet, then based on wit, you could probably say it's like a spirit, since it wasn't fast at all. But I'm gonna have to test that first to make sure I'm right. So I want to go inside the building, turn on a light in a room. Okay, turn off the fuse box. That's nice. The best ghost on earth. Well, I haven't gone over everything yet. So as you can see right there, it just turned off the fuse box the moment I turned it back on. The best ghost I've ever seen. It's quite witty too. So witty. I'll just place that over there. I don't know why. Alright, let me get the goggles. Oh wait, I have the goggles. So now I want to look out for orbs and wait till it hunts. I know it can't be the EMF 5 evidence since revenants are usually fast, but it wasn't fast. Ugh. Let's do something while we wait. Watch some TV. I can't believe the ghost turns on the TV even though it's like static. Either the ghost is trying to scare you or it's trying to watch TV. And from what I've seen, it can't watch TV, no matter how hard it tries. It seems to turn off on a lot of lights, so it actually might be a wisp, because wisps, of course, turn on a lot of lights. Oh my goodness, the ghosts are so nice. Absolutely the best ghost. Ugh. Okay, finally. Here we are. So as you can see, it's slow. And it did not get faster. And it did not get faster even if I turned off the light. Or, I mean, get slower. So then that means it's a spirit, and spirits are basically the regular ghosts of the game. Which is pretty nice for a tutorial, since they don't really do anything exclusive. Other than be really annoying. So, I think it's a spirit because even though the box didn't work, as I said before, the box is bugged sometimes lately. So if it really doesn't give any other evidence, then just go with your gut and say it's the box. It's always a trustworthy method, and it's worked for me the past times I played this. But yeah, I think that's almost everything. There's also one more thing I want to go over, and that's that there's on every map there's a cursed object. I don't want to, and it could be things like in a Ouija board, which that allows you to communicate with the ghost and ask it helpful questions like where's the ghost room, and it'll tell you what the ghost room is at the cost of some of your sanity. If you don't have enough sanity, then it'll start what's called a cursed hunt, which you can't stop with a crucifix, which can get out of hand fast. But I recommend not interacting with cursed objects unless you know what you're doing. And definitely don't try to, like, murder anyone with it. Yeah. But I recommend just not interacting with them. They could be things like skulls, let's see, rocking chairs, and Ouija boards. And that's all from what I've seen so far. I think that's all of the cursed objects. But if you see any, I recommend just not interacting with them unless you absolutely feel like you want to. And you want to just go ahead and, you know what I mean. But, as you can see, we guessed Spirit. I'm going to ask if he's ready, and then we're going to go. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to look for orbs in the meantime, just in case it might be one. Or a wisp. And it doesn't look like there's any orbs. Also, if you want to know what orbs look like, then you have to wear on the goggles first and make sure your vision's a little purpley. And when you look around, where the ghost can create orbs, and maybe they'll spawn randomly, and you can see them floating around. They're like little purple orbs, and they're sphere shaped. And they also fly around the place, like upward usually, but they can sometimes go to the side. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see. I kind of wished it was orbs, but it wasn't. All the cool evidence wasn't. We didn't get to go over, except for the box. Ow. Oh, hey, I got him on top of the fan. Alright, and we're gonna go back, and it's probably likely to be a spirit. And it was a spirit. And that's pretty much how you find the ghost, and how you play the game. So I think I went over just about everything. Just a few more things I want to go over. And that's, for one thing, you could change your character right here if you ever don't like your character. I think it gets randomly selected when you join the game. But if you're curious what character I use, it's this one, Winters. He's pretty cool. Bye. Or, no, I'm not going yet. Well, there's a few more things I want to go over. So whenever you win a round, you'll get 20 cash, and for completing objectives, you'll get a lot more cash. So up to 30 cash you can get for completing objectives, 20 for completing and 20 for completing or finding the ghost. Or was it 25? No, it was 20. Never mind. And I think that's almost everything. Oh yeah, you can spend daily here for a wheel, and there's a chance you can get some free stuff. So that's always nice. Not really anything important I want to go over now. Oh yeah, to create a lobby, like just toggle this. If you make it private, no one can join it unless you invite people. Survival is is where you just survive the ghost, and it's like an endless hunt for 8 minutes, and you get like sodas, and you can use them to sabotage players or help have yourself survive longer. And this is like minimum level where you can have people join at a certain level. So like say you put it at 90, then people can only join if they're level 90 or higher, and if it's 5, then 5 or higher, and so on. And of course classic was just the game mode we just played. And one more thing. Oh wait, no, that's it. Oh yeah, that's it. And also, if you ever get to a point where you actually manage to get to level 100, which I really hope anyone who watches this video does, because that means I must have helped. I don't know. Well, if you do get to level 100, then go to home, then stats, and right here, if it says you're eligible for prestige, I recommend you do. That'll help you get boosts, and it'll help you progress through the game faster. Oh, and also, you get cash every round, and you can use it to, like, buy skins right here, like equipment skins, and I'll let you upgrade your equipment. Like this. Well, I can't upgrade this, but... Uh-oh. Oh, everything stopped. Oh. Yikes. That was scary. But yeah, I think that's everything I want to go over. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope this helps. Maybe you'll get a couple levels from this. I'll see maybe if I could make another video like based on like all the types of ghosts. But yeah, I hope this tutorial helped, and I hope you had really fun watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, and have a great day.